Hey, what's going on, guys, and welcome back to Monster Tamer News, the segment on this channel where we go over the last week's developments in the monster taming genre. We've got a lot of exciting news this week, including the release date for Coromon on Android and iOS, so the mobile when meme can finally rest. We've got the Atlantean Part 2 update for Loomian Legacy, the Palworld developers are taking applications for playtesters, and more. Now, quickly before we dive in, I did want to mention that recently I enabled channel memberships, which will allow you to get some extra perks based on the tier you selected. If you become a channel member, you will receive cool little Coromon spinners next to your name when you comment on videos, which will evolve, I guess, as you continue to be a supporter. I mentioned this briefly in a community post, but I've recently had to up my hours to about 50 a week since unfortunately my wife was laid off. And when you add that to my over 3-hour commute round trip each day, taking care of kids, putting out daily videos, etc., it really does put me on a bit of a time crunch when it comes to making content for you guys. Now that said, the more channel members we can secure, the less hours I have to do at my job, which I can then spend on putting more time on the channel. So I'd really appreciate anybody that's willing to donate via my channel memberships or by Patreon. But anyways, as per the usual, make sure to sit back, relax, and let's dive in. Okay, so as many of you have heard, we've finally gotten the release date for Coromon on mobile platforms, including Android and iOS. That said, there's even more excitement than that, because if you didn't already know, the PC and Switch versions of the game will be receiving an update as well to coincide with the launch. This update will include new post-game content, new difficulty modes, new Coromon, and a whole lot more. So make sure you're subscribed to the channel so you get notified when more information drops, because I will be covering this update extensively. The mobile release and the update are scheduled for launch on November 8th, which is only a couple weeks from now. Okay, this is pretty interesting. So the Palworld developers are going to be hosting a playtest on their Discord server. This is essentially a closed network stress test that will be conducted between November 5th and November 8th to make sure that the game's able to properly run with its online functionality. One important thing to note about this, however, is that this will be under a strict NDA, so even if you do get access, it's not like you're going to be able to post screenshots, gameplay, etc. Either way, I think it'll be fun to dive into Palworld for the first time, so here's hoping we get access. We also, of course, have some new PAL decks this week, which you've been seeing on screen, and as always, I love to see these leading up to launch as it gives us an idea of the current monster roster. Ark Survival Ascended, which is essentially an upgraded version of Ark Survival Evolved, developed on the latest version of Unreal Engine, has released on Steam, albeit with really mixed reception, much like the first installment of Ark. A lot of people are having issues with optimization, and if you look at the recommended specs, it does look like you're going to need a god level PC in order to run this game properly. That said, if you have had a chance to play it, definitely let me know your thoughts down below. We discussed this in a previous video that I'll leave linked below, but the Atlantean Part 2 update for Loomian Legacy is supposed to be launching today, which will bring forth the finale of the Atlantean story saga. It'll also bring forward the introduction of the Soulburst mechanic, roughly 20 new Loomian, and more. Now, because I work all day, I'll have to record the footage tonight, but do expect a video covering the update tomorrow, which will act as sort of a continuation of our Let's Play. Alright, next up we have the rapid fire news for the updates that don't require a lengthy explanation. Okay, so first things first, Moonstone Island brought forth 3 new monsters to the game, which you're seeing on screen now. There's also some cosmetic themed DLC if you want to check that out on their Steam page. Temtem launched their Halloween event, which will last until November 12th. We've got a new alien for Alien Tamer based on the Predator from Predator. Here we get a look at the Legendary for Dokemon. We got a new bat creature for Minecraft. And finally, last but not least, we get a short look at the Enclave from Mythcaller the Nightmare Shaman. Here's a short segment from that video. And there you go, guys, a pretty solid week overall. We finally have a release date for Coromon Mobile, which honestly has become a meme on this channel, so definitely good to see. And like I said, if you're not already subscribed, definitely consider doing so, because I put out new videos every single day, and when it comes to news, I'm usually on top of things. I think my mobile release date video uploaded like 8 minutes after the announcement was live, so you'll know you'll get the quickest news in the monster taming genre right here. Also, again, definitely consider checking out either my Patreon or my channel memberships, as it would help the channel and allow me to focus more on it. You can also check out my Twitter and Discord down below, and I just wanted to say a special thanks to our supporters, especially Jim Hamilton, Dro Ghost, Dark Persona Exodus, and Candy Morency, and I'll see you next time. Peace.